Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of I'm Sally, and I'm
He's
your host.
constipated.
I just wanted to do it a different way.
Mixing it up. Is that how you orgasm?
You'll never know.
Thank God.
Today's episode is on style, and I'm actually really excited about it because as a pretty stylish person, I love talking about style.
Can I just say you always do this? Who are you? Who am I?
Oh. Hey everyone, I'm Sally. And with me today, I have Sarah, who I always have with me now. So it's like you're my podcasting co-host.
I've signed no contract and none of my demands have been met.
My lawyer was not present. No, but you're always here, so we'll just make you the honorary co-host. And today we're talking about style,
Special
Sarah.
guest star, like Heather Lovely.
Yeah, we'll be talking about style today. So I know that you won't have a lot to say, but you can just listen to me talk.
Oh, those who don't come to us shouldn't throw stones.
Is it a Drag Race reference?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about style. In regard to the history and stuff, I love it because of the illicit nature of it. And I love that there were people way back in the olden days, as I call everything before 1980, being gay and it being illegal in some places.
In
most places, yeah, and having to, have signifiers to identify to other people who enjoyed sex with the same sex.
Men who like sex with other men.
And women who like sex with other women. Like, I love all of this. So this is such a great topic for me because of all of this. Like, because it was like, I think that clothing ended up becoming like this secret language for queer people. And I love that, and then even to the point where it got to like the limp wrist, lisping, the effeminate kind of crossed legs, pursed mouth kind of thing. So that comes into history later. That signifies. That used to be the signifiers. I'm not just putting everyone into a category.
Sorry, it's just funny. Crossed legs, pursed lips, furrowed brow. She wants me.
Yeah, but it's like...
Sorry.
So it's about like, the learning how to communicate with people. Like, because it's illegal and just because you don't want it to happen doesn't mean it's going to go away. You know what I mean? Like, I love this. I love this history of our...
Fighting the system.
Yeah, fighting the system. You know how much I hate the system.
Being anarchist, yeah.
Ooh. So anyway, so before the 20th century, like when cross-dressing wasn't major, there were people in England who used to, it was like pubs and inns, I guess. Like, so it was the culture was around pubs and inns, and they were called...
It's London, mate. That's all they had.
Yeah. Well, they were called mollies. Yeah, do you know about mollies?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so they were men that dressed in women's clothing.
Scandalous.
Yeah, but they did it. So it was a form of self-identification and to attract sexual partners. Like,
yeah. And
that's what they were called. And it was like kind of they wore gowns and petticoats and, some dressed like milkmaids, etc. So there's some bit of cosplay. Like
cosplay. Cosplay even back at the inn.
I know, I love it. I'll be a milkmaid. Yeah, so, I mean, I'd be down with that. Like, that seems great. But, yeah, so then I guess you had that sort of subculture of gay men. And then there was another, another group of gay men, who didn't necessarily want to cross-dress, but then they had to kind of figure out as well how they were going to attract men to bang. Like,
classy.
Yeah, like it's like this is, I guess, where I think the history of these female mannerisms, and I using inverted commas, like those female mannerisms came into play. You know, like the and I say again, the limp wrist, all this kind of stereotypical stuff. Eye makeup, rouge.
Rouge. You know, that's my favourite thing.
All of this stuff.
Horse rouge, ladies pinch. Which is why Sully wears a hell of a lot of rouge.
How dare you? Well, no, that's true. So yeah, they developed this kind of secret language, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But it was illegal to be gay in America back then. Yeah. It was illegal to be gay. Can you imagine? And I know in some countries now it's still illegal to be gay.
Yes, but you can transfer that to places like Stonewall.
Yeah.
Where homosexuality was legal. And it was illegal to be dressed in the garments of the opposite sex.
Well, I know, and that's as we move up closer and closer to
sorry, I moved too quickly through the time continuum.
Just slow down.
Okay, we're in the 1800s.
No, but it was even around when a guy called Quentin Crisp wrote an autobiography called The Naked Civil Servant. And
well, that was the 60s, 70s, right?
Yeah, 60s, 70s. So he talks about, in that book, being stopped numerous times by the police because of his effeminate appearance.
Oh, and what he was wearing, girl. If anyone wants to Google, you will see that there was definitely some crossed legs and pursed lips there.
Yeah, maybe he took it over the line, like, of you know, so that obviously he was asked, you know, what the hell was going on with that. Like, you know, and then it was like, I think in the end, I think the risk for some people, though, like him, it was worth the risk so that you could enter into that subculture of being, you know, a flaming queen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I think...
But wouldn't it just be to have the freedom to be yourself?
That's what I mean. Like, it was worth the risk.
Yeah.
To be free, which I think and totally agree with now. It is worth the risk to be free.
Mm.
You know, so... Oh, goosebumps. So then lesbians. You know, because you kind of think for so long... I think in my head when I think back on those times, like, you know, I always guess I think of those movies from the 50s and stuff, like, where it just didn't exist. Sorry, what? What are lesbians? Like, yeah, ladies aren't going to be doing sex to each other. Like, that's impossible. You can't do sex to another woman. Like, yeah.
Like the sapphic expression between Shirley MacLaine and Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, like, and that's all it was, just glances across the room, like, of just subtle kind of sexual tension.
No pursed lips, though.
No pursed lips.
Because she's not into that.
No flaming queens. But then I guess the opposite is that lesbians started dressing
like
in men's clothing. And so then you
I just always found that so interesting.
Yes, why do you find that interesting?
Because I as a transgendered person, I can understand wanting to wear the clothes that match your gender identity. But the fact is that I think most men who wear dresses or are drag queens, or whether it was 1800s and they were dressing up at molly bars and inns and stuff, that wasn't their desire.
Mm.
I don't know, it just seems to have... And especially, no, I guess it's probably more realistically, like the portrayal of the lesbian is a suit and tie wearing, short haired.
But I think that stereotype came from, you know, men and women. So men and women go together.
Mm.
So in order to be with a woman, if you're a woman, you would have to look like a man. You know what I mean? Like,
if I was going to be with a woman... Oh, I'd be such a lipstick lesbian. I'm just saying.
No, I know you would be. 'Cause
let's just not make broad comments that cover everyone.
No, I'm talking about back then though. So you're looking at the 50s and the idea that everyone had of a man and a woman and a white picket fence and children and all this kind of stuff. So I guess the only way it made sense would be for that to look like that. Like it's just, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, or I'm not making any sweeping statements. It is what it is, and I'm just trying to figure out.
But you just think it was like that because they wanted to fit in?
Yeah, I think in the beginning. So then there's the 50s, and then you go through the women's liberation movement and stuff, and Stonewall and all of this kind of stuff, and then you get to now. But I think the emergence of that and at the beginnings of this feminist movement.
I guess I can understand that.
Yeah, because when you look at like pictures and stuff of gay bars back then, like this is where this butch and femme started. Like, so, you had butch, femme, and only butch and femme could go together. Like they were kind of the rules. Like it didn't make sense for two butch people to be together, kind of thing. Like it's, so yeah, I think there was always that male element to it because of psychologically, I guess. Like, look, I'm not a psychologist and I don't know. That's what I think of it anyway. Like, so when you kind of think back and when you look at it, like if in These Walls Could Talk Too, like she dresses as in men's clothes, and they go to that bar, and there are women in ties and suit jackets and stuff like that, and also women in dresses. So,
but see, the weirdest thing about that segment of If These Walls Could Talk Too is she binds.
Again.
Okay, don't blow my mind. Sally just preparing to blow my mind.
Incoming. No, but again, I think it's that psychological thing. Like, it's because, they would have been brought up knowing that men and women go together and you have to get married and have a house and then you look after kids and you...
But see, I guess I understand that concept, but sooner or later you're going to be naked and...
No, I know, but they knew they were lesbians. But it's from the outside. So it's not about them particularly. It's not about their relationship, I don't think. It's just that from the outside looking in. And that's what it is. Even RuPaul says, like, you're born naked and the rest is drag. So I think that's a really poignant statement. Although I think a lot of what RuPaul says is quite poignant. Disclaimer. Full disclosure, guys. But yeah, I think from the outside, when you looked at it, it looked like something. Even though you knew it was two women. But inside, like sex, you weren't having sex with a man. You were having sex with a woman and you knew that. Eat that, pal.
Okay.
So yeah, so then it was all
Sally
about...
is not medically trained, and please do not take any of her information as medical advice.
No, I don't have any medical training. I'm not a psychologist. I just have a lot of opinions, and I don't mind sharing them. But I think it was kind of also too, like it became like a bit of a fuck you to the patriarchy. Like, fuck you, I'm not wearing stockings and dresses and blah blah whatever. I would be leading that charge. Wearing stockings? What do you mean I've got to wear a dress? I don't even own one. That's what I would be like. Be like, no thanks. I'm not doing my hair like that either.
Yeah, I know.
I would be like that. Wouldn't you?
No.
You would do it.
Yeah. But then I have a different style to you. I wouldn't wear stockings. What is this, the 80s?
No, there are people that wear stockings still.
Your mum.
No, she does not. She is not one of them. Usually business ladies. Usually business ladies that,
No, but I wear skirts. I wear dresses. Sure, I like wearing jeans.
No, but yeah, you're a girly girl. Like,
oh, don't throw your derogatory terms at me.
No, but you are. But I'm not. Like,
oh, definitely not. If anyone wants to Google. I'll put some images up.
We'll put some images on the webpage. If anyone's going to the website, it's a great website.
I mean, you love a printed T-shirt.
I do. I do love a printed T-shirt.
So to give you the
tell them.
The oral of the visual.
Yeah.
She's wearing a black T-shirt at the moment. It's got a black and white image of Buffy
the
Summers,
Vampire Slayer.
and it says "Slay." Personally, I thought it was RuPaul.
Well, no, it's not. Although you could be forgiven for mistaking that. So I do wear printed T-shirts. So I've got RuPaul ones, I've got an Alaska one, I've got band shirts, I have political shirts, I have, God, what else do I have?
Political shirts.
Yeah, political shirts. I do. And I wear jeans.
Yeah.
And I wear a blazer as well. And my hair is phenomenal. Just going to put that out there. It's greying now, so it's all grey. But that's okay because I think it works for me. And I wear, and like I think we've discussed in a previous episode, I wear men's shoes.
And you did have your tie?
I did. I had and I still have bow ties that I sometimes wear in winter with jumpers and collared shirts and stuff. So
this is why it would never work out between us. I'm a lipstick lesbian.
There, just so everyone knows, there's no talk of or chance that I would ever be dating Sarah. So just so everyone knows.
And I would never lower my standards on
No, I'm a phenomenal dresser. I have phenomenal style. I have people stop me in the street and tell me they love stuff about me. You can ask one of my friends. Get her on the phone now. We have people coming up and giving us organic compliments in the street all of the time. I was in Apple the other day. The bird came up to me from Apple and just was like...
The bird?
Yeah, the bird that worked there. And she's like, I just have to tell you that I love your glasses. I'm like, me too, thanks. And she's just looking at them. And I'm like, take a number. Take a number, lady. Like, this is what happens. This is me. No, but then I was walking through the shopping centre one day and a guy came up to me and he's like, I love your style. And I'm like, me too, thanks. Like a fucking rock star. Ooh.
Okay, you've named about 3 instances that is not a rock star make.
No, I've got 100 more, but I'm just giving you some...
Oh, I've got 100 more that I'll quickly make up.
No, I don't need to make them up because I know what happens.
Okay, continue on with the list.
Heaps of people.
Okay, name another instance. Where were you? Who
Post
said
office,
it?
Australia Post.
Yeah.
Somebody came up to me and said that they loved my shirt. It was a RuPaul shirt. The gelato shop down the road. One of the girls said she loved my shirt. The list goes on.
Okay,
we don't have enough.
Okay, we have 95 to go. Continue on.
We don't have enough time for this.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later. No, but they do. People love how I dress. People love my style. And I love my style. Some people don't like it. I know that there are a lot of people out there who don't. Full disclosure.
Yeah. Out of the, 2 million people that live in Brisbane, you've had about 5 come up to you. So at least...
Hundreds. Hundreds.
At least 1,900,000...
No, there are hundreds of people that have come up
don't
to me.
like your style.
I get mobbed in the street. You look amazing. Thank you. I know. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So my style, though, is very, to me, it's my individual style, and it's evolved over the years. Because I've always worn jeans. I just love jeans. Love jeans. Oh, God, I love that.
You had that cargo pants stage.
Yeah, I did go through a cargo pants stage. And then I went through a jeans and a Bonds T-shirt phase.
Pigtail stage.
Yeah, I did have that.
Blonde pigtail stage with a horrible blonde home job.
Yeah, that was weird. That was at uni, though. And then now there's this. And my hair is good. My jeans are good.
Well, you and 5 other people think so.
And I used to make T-shirts.
Yes, well, you did have your ACA junkie one.
Yep, because I love Tracy Grimshaw so much. I got an ACA junkie T-shirt made up. I don't know where that is now. I'm sure I would have kept it, held on to it. And then I also, at the time, made a Free Chappelle shirt as well.
Ooh.
I know. I don't know. I don't know if I should mention
let's
that.
not talk about that.
Moving on. So yeah, no, very political, and I love the idea of political shirts as well, and that's a Stonewall thing as well. The history of like political shirts and stuff. So again, queer style history is
Juicy.
It's juicy, and it really impacts on style today as well. Like, so you look at style that's happening now, and you know, like slogans and stuff. Stonewall, you know, so it's really, we really have a massive impact, you know, and I guess too, because, you know, it was illegal in America, you know, in the, you know, from the 1900s to whatever. I don't actually have the date, sorry. But the typical kind of way, I guess, after World War II, that women would dress, like let me just talk. The rise of visibility of lesbians after World War II was quite high. And so I guess the typical dress of a masculine lesbian was all that great stuff, like the wing collar, monocle, and a man's jacket. And then when you think of that, you think of people like Greta Garbo and Marlene Dietrich, who were bisexual and dressed in film and out of film in suits and stuff.
Didn't Katharine Hepburn do that as well?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but
she played golf, so
lesbian.
You know,
yeah. I don't think there's any question that she could not have been actually. So yeah, so that was how, you know, American performers, I guess, expressed their sexuality in a subtle way.
Intriguing.
I know, it is. It's like this secret language. Secret language, and I love it. So then, of course, you go up to the 70s and stuff, and the public image of lesbians was centred on masculinity, and I guess so then there were the ties and the collars and the trousers, and I guess that was a typical marker of a lesbian, like 100-footer type thing you would go.
But even when you think about it, even those who weren't lesbian, if you think about the fashion in the 80s, it was very tailored. It was big shoulders.
Yeah.
Hetero-style, just saying.
Yeah, absolutely hetero-style. They still everything. So in America during the 70s, it was actually illegal for women to dress completely as men. And they were required by law to wear 3 pieces of women's clothing. And I guess it blows my mind. But then I guess that's where too, not everyone was drawn to the masculine dress. So then that kind of like butch and femme stuff became bigger. And so, yeah. Okay, so I guess because it was illegal and they had to wear the 3 pieces of clothing of their sex, people were very aware of dress codes and, you know, stuff that could be used to signify sexual orientation to somebody else. So, you know, you're kind of looking at the Oscar Wilde trials, and they had a green carnation. There were red neckties, and that was worn in New York before World War II, neckties and suede shoes. Fabulous. What a fabulous combo. Lesbian signifiers included ties and cufflinks, short hair, and the colour violet. So pretty much essentially what lesbians do now.
Yeah.
So lesbians, no one's changed. Like,
oh, they're cufflinks, lost style.
Cufflinks, like I think that's a dying art for women.
Or for anyone.
Yeah,
I don't really see people. Like, unless it's some sort of special event.
Yeah, maybe like a fancy business person.
I work around fancy business people and I don't wear cufflinks.
Yeah, people don't dress up anymore.
people do.
Yeah, but like even when you go down the road for dinner, you're not really dressing up. Like,
Well, since the jeans and suede shirt.
no, I dress up. I'm always dressed nicely. I don't go anywhere without being dressed properly. Like, I don't ever run up to the shop with my hair not done or in tracksuit pants or anything.
Oh, you're looking at me when you're saying that?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. No, I don't know what you do. I don't know your life. But I'm just saying, I don't go, for me personally, I don't go anywhere without actually being dressed. So what do you wear? Like, you wear jeans if you're going out? Do you wear skirts, dresses?
Well, I do like wearing jeans. They just seem to be so simple and easy. But no, I've definitely more gotten into, in my older years, dresses and stuff. Like, I do like them. I don't know where I'm going with this. I do like them. Segment over. No, I'm very feminine in the way that I dress. So, but then I'm also very simple with it as well. Like, I mainly wear black. I wear a bit of colour, but generally that is an addition of just a blouse or my jewellery. I'm much more about my accessories than anything else.
You match your makeup though to your
Yes,
outfit.
and my makeup. That's the other. I'm much more into makeup than I am into actual fashion.
No, I know. And then I always see, like, your Instagram posts and that, like, you're matching.
Yeah.
Like, so on Wednesdays we wear pink, so you
Yeah.
wear a pink shirt and
Yeah.
match what
Yeah.
your eyeshadow and stuff with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm much more about makeup. That's my enjoyment. Not that I dress like a hillbilly, but I'm much more. But yes, I'm very colour coordinated.
Yeah.
And I'm a colour wheel. I know what works.
Well, I think too, like with lesbians, like there is, like, I feel sometimes there's this kind of thing where lesbians shouldn't wear makeup or anything like that. And for years and years I didn't wear makeup, but now I always wear like a full face of makeup, like, and I like that. I love it. Like, and it makes me feel like I'm ready to go out. Like, it just makes me feel, it just takes you up that extra level, I think. And I really hate it when sort of, you know, you have those sort of people that sort of make comments like that you are wearing makeup, or, you know, like ex-partners and stuff, like having a go about you wearing makeup and stuff. And it's like...
See, that's the thing that I've never, ever had about... I don't do my makeup for other people.
No.
I have always done it for me. I do what works for me. And I'm not saying I'm doing a whole face of drag queen makeup and going to work, but I do...
Painting for the back row.
Yes. But I do use colour when I do my makeup for work, and I do use some bright colours sometimes, so I'm not afraid of doing that, but I don't overdo it. But
no, your makeup is always very nice, like, and you are very good at applying the makeup.
I know.
But yeah, I think that's the thing, like, you know, like people do think that you're putting makeup on for other people. I've never once put makeup on for other people when I wear it. It's for me, and it makes me feel next level. So I think anything that can make you feel next level is something that's worth doing.
Not true, it's the next level.
Yeah, next level. So that's the thing. And I really resent that there is this stigma, I guess, for lesbians and stuff. And especially for me, I'm not a femme lesbian. I'm not a butch lesbian, but kind of more hipster, I think.
Hipster.
Yeah, hipster lesbian. But I guess, I don't want to have to align to those rules of butch and femme, and only you can do this and you could only be with that. I really just have no interest in that kind of stuff. And I really, and a lot of lesbians still do, I guess. You know, a lot of old school and stuff. So I just don't really have any care, and I don't go in for all that.
You don't give any Fs?
No, I don't give any Fs, although I do sometimes think it's so hard now to tell who's a lesbian and who's not. that we should bring back those signifiers.
Pass your lips. Pass your lips.
Just so I fucking know, because you never know anymore who's a lesbian and who's not. You can be like, yeah.
Oh, trust me, I'm your friend. I've had plenty of conversations with you about you and liking somebody and are they a lesbian?
I know. It's crazy. You can't even tell anymore. I used to have really good gaydar. Actually, I still do have good gaydar for other people. Like I can spot an in lesbian a mile away. I think that's my secret talent. Like,
well, that's your early dating life, really.
Pretty much, yeah. But like,
when's your husband home? even when, you know, there's like someone who's married with 3 kids and stuff, and I'm like, total lesbo. That's going to be a terrible family situation in about 10 years. Like, people are going to be crying. Like, yeah, but I don't know. I just don't, I have no interest in the label of it, I guess. Why can't people just be lesbians? I guess that's a positive thing about it. And that's probably where you were getting frustrated with me earlier and we had to stop and you assaulted me. Where you were talking about it being male-female wrongs. And I guess I'm coming from it from more of a modern perspective where it's kind of like we don't really need to do that anymore.
No, absolutely not. And I really don't think that it is so much anymore. Like even for guys, like gay guys and stuff.
Look at David Beckham.
But there is still that top and bottom stuff. You know, like that's sort of, I guess, if anything, is that. I mean, it's not a style thing, I guess, but that's still a role.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some stuff on this podcast that I found out that I didn't know about before. But I don't think there is stuff like that for lesbians. You know, whenever you have sex, there's no roles. It's just doing it.
If it sounds like that, it sounds painful.
Well, it's like all that porn I was watching. I'm like, oh girl. That's not going to fit there.
That's going to choke. Somebody get some lotion.
You're not going to get that out, love. Yeah, so you don't have any style icons?
No, I don't think I really do.
I wrote down some of my style icons, I think.
Katie Lang, Melissa Etheridge.
Katie Lang used to scare me. I think before I came out, lesbians scared me. And Katie Lang was one of those people that scared me because I think she was a lesbian and she was so overtly a lesbian. And that cover photo that she did with Cindy Crawford, who was that for? Yeah, for Vanity Fair, when Cindy Crawford was shaving Katie Lang.
In the barber's chair.
Yeah. You know, like that to me at the time was frightening. So she's never really been my style icon, I don't think. I like men's style. Like, I like that simple T-shirt, jeans look. I think in this episode we've learned that I'm essentially a style icon.
We have 5 people supporting.
I know my friend Felicity would agree with that. And the queer history of style, although very sporadically dished through this podcast, is extremely interesting. And I think I'm going to put in a link to an episode on the website that you can have a look at and read up more about the history of queer style, because it's amazing and it does influence everything.
Yeah.
Gay people are everywhere, people. So I guess if you're listening to this podcast, you know that. So, all right. Thank you for coming and listening. We really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next time.
Great.